my island in the sun, no. My island home, my island home. Let me tell you about where I'm from, my island in the sun, no.
Have you ever had to hide out because of the weather? We've been in White Bay for 5 days due to unusually high winds. But let me tell you, that turtle spotting was unparalleled and incredible. And when you're stuck on the boat that long, projects start piling up.
Not gonna exaggerate, it's probably been generally windy for the past 3 weeks. Usually out in the open sea, about 18 knots to 21 knots with gusts up to 25. We're hidden here in a bay and the gusts are still hitting us at about, I'll say 21, 22 knots. So it's really ugly there, I assure you. Look at the rain just going along the water and the water being blown off by the wind. You always hope that your anchor is well settled in because this can be rather dramatic if you start to drag and it goes deeper out. Then you've got a hanging anchor and you're drifting out to sea, so you have to pull in your anchor and you have to guide the boat. And now it gets more exciting from a sailor's point of view, not because it's another big rainstorm, but because of the fact we're 180 degrees to where the anchor was set. So we're gonna go back over our own anchor, and are we gonna pry the anchor out? Is it gonna turn? Is it gonna hold later on when we start turning the right way? How fast is the wind? So everybody's spun 180 degrees, and we're now back 60 meters easily, so about 70 yards or so from where we originally were, and by the time we're done we will be 120 meters or 135 yards from where we originally were set just a few hours ago. And now the boats are spinning 180 to what I just filmed for you, back to the direction that we normally came from. Don't know if this is cause for celebration or not, but
This is our first time we've done a 360 at anchor. So it's been quite the interesting little journey with this storm that we're having right now.
it's finally breaking, but truly we're facing this way. We then spun that way,
Yeah.
and then just kept coming straight around, and we're back to this way again. So that's our very first 360 during not a storm on the Beaufort scale, but a rainstorm
Exactly.
that we've ever had.
And we're thankful that our anchor has a swivel on it.
Exactly. So hopefully everything's fine. I'll dive it just out of curiosity to see if there's any drag marks whatsoever. But it's an oversized rock net anchor. So instead of, we've got 35 kilograms, 77 pounds, it should be something like a 54 pound. And we got the extra large size for our catamaran, and it's done us well so far.
So far, so good.
So after that big gale you just saw that we took a bunch of video of, lasted probably an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 3/4, we've collected 4 days of water. Comes through this pipe right here, goes into the big bucket. I then take it to the bucket. I fill all these ones up as well, including this solar shower, which holds 5 gallons or 20 liters. And I myself probably at best use 4 liters of water a day. So Mojo, Captain Mojo, might use a little bit more.
Hey. Not that much more.
Who took a shower?
I had a sailor shower today.
Yeah,
Thank you
sailor
very
shower.
much.
So now I just take all of this water, bucket it over in these containers, and one at a time, dump it in our tank that we're currently using. And I've estimated easily 4 days of water we just got in that hour and a half, hour and 3/4 of rainstorm. That is great.
But back to sewing the enclosure, mister. We want to have the privacy and shade for our guests, Tara and Ben.
You do literally run a sweatshop.
Gotta be done before they get here.
And speaking of getting ready, nothing like a quick snorkel to reset the brain. The sea bottom directly under Morleigh is a combination of seagrass and sand, but about 100 meters away
110 yards.
is a small snorkeling spot, just right for a quick dive.
Cause winners never quit and quitters never win. No make the problem stress you out in the life. Take my advice, leave it to time. Yes, I made them worry your mind. Don't worry about it. Leave it to time. I made them worry your mind. Yes, I. Alright, I'm sure everything is gonna be alright. Alright, of course. Everything is gonna be alright. One thing we know, everything is gonna be alright, though. Blow through the snow, everything is gonna be alright. One thing we know, everything is gonna be alright, though. Blow through the snow, everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright.
And just when we thought we'd seen it all, turtles everywhere.
So we've been having a lot of wind, as you can see by the previous videos, a lot of rain, and a French gentleman we met today says, oh, it's all because of El Nino, and it's just going to be another 3 to 4 weeks more of more wind, more rain. And then something exciting also happened tonight. Take it away, Captain.
Well, you know, some may question the validity and use of Facebook, but for us this evening it was very helpful, where I noticed on an Antigua cruisers group a tsunami warning. And apparently there's been an earthquake, a 7.6 magnitude earthquake north of Honduras, and the ripple effect of that has created a tsunami warning that extends into the British Virgin Islands, which is where we are.
So we're well over 1,200 kilometers away easily from where it is, I believe, because I think the 600-mile radius, is that what they're saying? Or 600?
It was 1,000 kilometer.
1,000 kilometers?
Is the threat zone for the tsunami waves.
And we're out of the threat zone by 100 kilometers, so 600-700 miles is how far away we are. But they said in the first couple of messages, if you're in harbor, if you're in bay, you might want to take your boat out to 400-foot deep waters, because there's going to be strong currents, strong waves, strong tides in the bays and currents. And then another message was sent out, and then finally a third message which says...
So for us, we're still in an advisory watch situation, but we could see up to 1 foot waves.
1 foot waves.
So in our area, BVI, and the area that we're in right now, so probably later on this evening, so probably in a couple hours, the potential is that we could see 1 foot waves for up to 6 hours. So that's the latest forecast.
And I can handle a 1 foot wave because we've been in other bays before where the swells are like half a meter to a meter tall. There was one place we were at last year, one wave came in and it was at least a meter, 3 to 4 feet, even more tall, and just took the boat for a ride at anchor. So if we notice this anywhere around, 10:50 p.m.?
Yep.
I think it was supposed to be coming in at 10:50 p.m. If the boat rocks a little bit, we'll know something was here. But otherwise, the excitement of living on a boat.
You know it.
Baby, I'm busy, maybe we can pick this up tomorrow. I've got time next weekend. We can fix that old car up.
A new high score of 23 turtles in one bay.
I'm so embarrassed.
So the wind in the bay here is probably 6 knots gusting to 13, 15. But on the other side of this mountain, on the open ocean and around outside the bay, the wind is screaming. Look at that. Wind turbine just going. That is really fast. But the real surprise? Our new neighbors at anchor. So we're dropping anchor in the BVI, and look who pulls in right beside us. Not just anyone, but the Edge, from U2, with his wife Morleigh.
And when Rockstars go to the beach, they don't exactly bring a picnic blanket.
Nope, their crew set up the full cabana, lounge chairs, and even table service for dinner. 5-star dining, barefoot in the sand.
You thought about accidentally strolling by, didn't you?
Maybe, but then I figured even rock legends deserved their peace and quiet.
Plus, we'd probably trip over the champagne bucket.
So we stayed on board, let the music icons have their evening, and just felt lucky to share the same bay.
Not a bad neighborhood, huh?
and a setting for 2 for the Edge and his special someone.
If you're down with what we're doing, hit the like and subscribe buttons to dart our videos to distinguished people like you, Dan K, Jason F, Craig B, and me duckies, who would like it too.
So we're now leaving White's Bay on Norman Island. We've been here about 7 days or so. And the wind is wicked. Even though we're sheltered, it's 30 knot gusts out there. And in here, it's easily 40 knots. So we're gonna anchor up and head off to Roadtown.
There's a full horizon on this frozen prairie sky.
And so begins the anchoring ritual of Liam to the bow and me at the helm.
With a mixture of homemade hand signals and potentially relationship-ruining yelling and glares, Rocky comes off the bottom and we make our way to Roadtown to prepare for Ben and Tara's arrival.
And the winds, they had their own plans.
How did we get here? How did we find this place?
I see you are getting braver in the high winds and letting out more head sail.
The other boys are watching. We have to be awesome.
I still smell your perfume when a soft breeze blows from the corner of my eye. I turn to see you go.
18 knot wind going downwind with the waves and the current, with 1 to 2 reefs in the head sail, doing 6.5, 7 knots.
Kinda surprised you still have reefs in the head sail.
I was counting on more wind as we came into the Drake Channel and head towards Roadtown, and I was right.
I'm looking for the reasons. These days it's hard to tell. How did we get here? How did we find this place? I'm looking back now. I can barely see your face.
We came from the peace and seclusion of Peter Island, White's Bay, to the hustle and bustle of Roadtown. Have to say, we're in 5 meters of sand, so about 15 feet, scope 6 to 1, because it's a little bit muddy. But the winds are not 30 knots. I thought it was going to be blowing horribly. It might be about 10 knots in here, a little bit of sea state, but it's actually looking really good. Check it out.
Pick me up, settle down, buckle up, you sure pick me up.
And now we're in Roadtown. As you remember, we've got Ben and Tara coming to visit us. So we're going to do a little bit of laundry, a little bit of provisioning before they get here, and then we're going to do even more once they get here. We find out what they're looking to have on board the boat. I get to go do the laundry alone because I apparently get better service from the nice people here than if Mojo comes along. A nice Filipino young lady is so good to us. She not only gave us 2 scoops of soap, but she's gonna put the laundry in the dryer for us. Yay. So we don't have to go back to do it.
Did you pimp me out for a laundry deal?
You just realized that now?
We were asked to show more of the local food that we enjoy. Here it is. Nachos, steak, Caesar salad, baked potato. I'm taking video of you.
Oh.
Or maybe the rainstorm behind you.
And then an even more rare sighting. We were going to get going early today to go pick up Ben and Tara, but we got delayed by 2 really small harbor porpoises swimming around Monashee. We sometimes see dolphins, but porpoises are really rare, so we took the time.
The difference? Dolphins have long, curved beaks and longer, sleek bodies. Porpoises? Shorter snouts, chunkier frames. So think sports car versus compact. Both fast, but different rides.
And just when we thought we were back on track along the way to the ferry terminal, we get ambushed by a little lizard guy. We still get to the ferry terminal on time, as it takes them another 30 minutes to get through customs. But you forgot one thing, didn't you?
Yep, forgot to have the chat with him about being on video, so let's boil that frog slowly over beverages.
Welcome to the BVIs with the Painkillers.
Then you can, we can, we can.
Having a couple join us in the BVIs means the adventure just leveled up. From new anchorages to new experiences, none of us really know what's coming next. But that's half the fun. Sun, sea, and good friends. Does it get any better than this?
Thanks for sharing our journey and subscribing. And check out this next video, as we believe Edge and Morleigh would like it too.
Show it, this setback is a thingy, I go fire like a bullet. If I can do it, you can do it. Get up and push yourself and don't be bounded by no limits.